Hey. Welcome to the first episode of the Live Well podcast. I'm your host, Garfene Grandison, and I'm the Public Relations Manager at Nestlé Anglo-Dutch Caribbean. And with me is my trusty co-host, Sasha Bernard. Sasha is actually the Nutrition, Health and Wellness Analyst at Nestlé, and so she's going to be with me today. And we're going to be exploring a wide range of topics as it relates to nutrition, health and wellness. Right, Sash?
Yes. So exciting.
Yeah. So as you can see behind me, our logo, our tagline is Get Well, Live Well, Be Well. And essentially, that's what we all have to do as a part of our life nowadays. I think gone are the days when we're literally just talking about diet alone and exercise and fitness. Definitely. And I think it's all encompassing for us, you know. I think live well for us is like, it's something that is full circle. So it's about our mental health. It's about our physical, of
course.
Yes, the financial as well. We can't forget that. And
social. It's like a holistic kind of health, everything that we need to be the best versions of ourselves.
Exactly. And so today, we're actually going to delve a little bit into what being the best version of ourselves is, what that looks like, what it sounds like, because we have been seeing it from social media or wherever. We're seeing a lot of different things of what that looks like. So we're kind of going to dissect it and then see what works for me might not work for you, Sash.
Yeah.
And so it's really open discourse, dialogue. Again, it's free thinking. What Sasha says I might not agree, but we might have some tough conversations and a little battle here and there.
No, I agree. And the persons listening may not agree either. They may have a whole different journey to the two of us.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, it's just to have those thoughts, those ideas, so that we can talk about them. Because another thing that we are faced with now is that we're going through a lot.
Yeah.
We're going through a lot and we don't know how to deal with it. We don't know where to go to find the information.
What do you think they say? The pressure is getting worse.
There you go. Exactly. It's reaching all of us. So some of the topics that we're going to go through is maintain a healthy work-life balance. We all know about that. The pandemic has made things so much harder on all of us.
Sure.
And so we're now dealing with those after effects. Then there's stress management and resilience, health and stigmas, budgeting for your health, body image, you are a brand, kids' health and picky eaters, because again, that's something that we saw coming into the pandemic too, where I realized that we're pitting them eat a whole heap of food.
Correct.
And we also got a more intimate understanding of what their likes are and their dislikes, because work kept a lot of us busy and we weren't able to hear me about us like I have a child.
No, but I mean, theoretically speaking,
Yeah, because, I'm the uncle,
Exactly. And I am the auntie, so we understand how this thing goes.
Rich uncle over here. The rich uncle who is actually poor. Nobody.
I was about to say, okay, no, this is not me. Am I on the wrong podcast?
So those are some of the topics that we're going to be discussing. And aside from just having Sasha and I here, who are laymen, who are just like you, who we have no... Well, you more than me, because I really have...
a little thing.
You have big things behind you. You have a doctorate too.
But I'm working on it. But claim it. Speak it into existence.
Real bright girl. I don't have no doctorate, no nothing. I'm just here telling you today, seize your brains. I'm the face for the podcast. So we're gonna listen and lean into Sasha, all that she has to say.
No pressure.
But outside of the two of us, we're gonna have some experts coming in to talk to us about these different subject matters. We have some doctors, we have some psychologists, we have some nutritionists,
fitness trainers.
There we go. Right. Yes. So that's very important. So Sash.
Yes.
We're going to get into the meat of the matter, yeah?
Oh, of course.
So, for today, again, it's an introduction.
Yeah.
So, we're going to be talking about some of the things that are the overarching topics as it relates to living well and being well. And then, just so that the people can get an opportunity to know us. Who are these people who are sitting in front of me, giving me all this information and asking me to listen to them? So we're going to do some nice fun activities.
Should I be nervous?
I don't think so. So that they can get some insight as to who we are and perhaps what we do and why we're here.
Yeah, that's fair.
But we're going to launch into it and we're going to say, what I want to ask you, Sasha.
Yeah.
what are some of the different health issues that we're seeing in the Caribbean? Because, I'm JM, you're the Trini. I do know that we have some things that are overlapping.
Yeah.
But you can tell me from your perspective, what are some of those things, as well as from a very learned friend. You have more insights than me. So tell me, what are some of the issues that you're seeing?
All right, cool. So the Caribbean is a beautiful place. Like, I want to just say that all the people are amazing, the places, the food. Let's not talk about the food.
That's
but
right.
we have something in common. Even though each island is so different, we're also the same. And one of the main health issues that we see in the Caribbean is that of non-communicable diseases. They are prevalent in almost all of the Caribbean countries. I was actually doing some reading before.
But when you say none, listen, I tell you.
Oh, sorry, I forget.
I am, yeah. I don't know. When you say non-communicable diseases, what are we talking about?
So we're talking about those lifestyle diseases that you get based on the health habits that you have, right? So that's like your diabetes, your cancer, your cardiovascular diseases, your, hypertension, so those are these non-communicable diseases. So according to CARPHA, right, Caribbean Public Health Agency, I was doing some research, so I sound very credible, like I'm not just talking out of my head, right? They were actually saying that in the Caribbean region, NCDs are the leading cause of death and disability, with 76.8% of all our deaths being because of NCDs.
Okay, but what are some of the things that lead to us having those challenges? I mean, let me take it. For me, I am not a big person who loves to work out or go gym and all those things. I work a lot.
Right.
And so for me, is that something that would... You're nodding before you even finish the question.
Yeah, because I done.
That's something that can lead to getting the non-communicable diseases.
Yeah. Like it's basically your lifestyle. So let's talk about physical fitness. Let's talk about your eating habits, your nutrition. But another part to play is that of genetics. A lot of people, we think it's only that what we do, but sometimes you just kind of predisposition to it. So maybe your parent has diabetes, your grandparent, that makes you more susceptible, at a higher risk to develop diabetes, which is why it's important for your lifestyle to kind of counter the, I don't want to say inevitable, because you can't change your genetics, but so it's not necessarily inevitable, but your lifestyle needs to counter that.
Okay. Okay, so what are some of the things that I can do to counter my lifestyle?
Exercise.
Okay.
Good nutrition. And then we'll talk, I'm not going to go in that, we'll talk about that sometime. Good nutrition, having a balanced diet, that kind of thing. Rest.
Okay.
Rest.
Yeah.
All those good things,
Okay, that's interesting, because I think when we think about wellness or just living a good and balanced life, I honestly don't think we've ever thought about rest. No. Like for me, I think about, okay, I need to eat better, whatever that looks like, and then I need to exercise. But rest is something that we never thought is very important, and so that's a good takeaway. So thank you for that.
No problem.
So for me, I want to dive into is there a connection now between, and I'm going to say why I said this, I'm a foodie. Okay. So I like to go out and eat and things. So for me, I like to connect my mind, body, and the belly. So that's really...
By rights is in a line.
That's right. Yes. So that's really why I work out. Because I want everything to be in alignment. But is there a connection between mental health and or physical type of exercise and stuff?
Yeah, I definitely would say yes. Without trying to get too scientific, without getting into, research says and this and that, I think definitely that there is a correlation between your diet and your mental health. Even if it's just something as simple as you eat good food, so you feel good, and then there are some specific foods that are known to be brain foods.
I hope you're going to tell me coffee. As I drink my coffee, I hope you're going to tell me coffee is one of those.
Coffee is one of those.
Okay. I'm like, I see when I put the cup.
No. Coffee is definitely one. You know which one is one? Walnuts. I always remember growing up, they would say walnuts look like a brain. Like it have the kind of ridges and stuff. Right. Walnuts, broccoli, oily fish. what else, boy? Blueberries.
Okay.
You know, so there is a correlation between food, even if it is, to improve your mood, to lessen the chances of depression, anxiety, all those things. I am not any mental health professional, but that is a fact, right?
Okay, but we're gonna get a mental health
Correct,
professional to come and talk to us about
yes.
it. Okay, so I did not. I should have dived into this the first time we spoke, because we did mention it in the introduction about living our best life. What is living our best life to you?
What is living a best life? I mean, I feel like it would be something where, okay, I don't know how to describe this in words, but so in my head, those cartoons where you see the cartoon walking down the streets and it's just like hearts and glitters and they're in a cloud and they're just, happy and everything around them happening, but they don't care.
Yeah.
In my head, that's what living my best life is.
Okay.
Not to worry, everything good, everything irie.
I knew you were going to say that.
But yeah, I think that's what living your best life is. I mean, where your health is optimum, and not just your physical health, your mental health, your social health, your spiritual health, all the healths, top tier.
Okay.
Best.
So,
What about you?
So living the best life is not, going on vacations and
I feel all that's in it.
And that's living like what's
No,
on
all
IG.
that's in it. That is for your mental health, okay?
Yeah, but suppose I can't afford it.
Well, we'll talk about it all.
Okay. For me, honestly, living the best life it encompasses a plethora of things. So, peace is one of them. Peace of mind. Communication, open, honest communication
Definitely.
is something that's good for me too. Well, as now I am appreciating it more is actually exercise. That's something that you could not say to me 5 years ago or whatever it is. But now, as I'm getting older, I see, I hope nobody ever hear me say that. It is something that I see that is very, very important. And so I try to structure it in a way where I have at least 3 days out of the week, I am doing something physical.
Yeah, no, that's good.
And to be honest, I hate to admit this, and I don't want my trainer to hear, but it actually has been doing me good.
Good.
I feel better. I don't know what people say that they're not tired. I'm tired after I work out, but I'm literally able to. I get through the day, even though I have that feeling of fatigue.
You work out in the mornings?
I work out in the mornings.
Ooh,
yeah,
look at you with the discipline. Okay.
And even that, I think it has helped me with that as well.
Right.
So for me, that's what living well look at, and just having as a peace of mind, friends and family around, people who tell me what I need to hear, not what I want to hear.
That
those
community
things,
is so important, huh?
Correct.
Yeah,
correct. The
yeah.
importance of community, not only from, or your village, not from just having, when you have a kid and you have people around who can help you to go. We used to hear our parents saying that it takes a village.
It takes a village,
It's not only from a growing the child perspective, but just from you as an individual.
It's a survival tactic.
Right.
We need that.
Let's talk about it now, man.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, so that's not something I think a lot of our generation. We're not the same age. Yeah,
We in the same, Garfene, we are in the same generation.
Okay. We're in the same generation.
You think I'm real young or you think you're real old? Either way, no. Good.
Okay, so I can say it's not something that our generation takes into consideration sometimes, but it's an important conversation that needs to be had. So we're going through that. What does the best version look like? So we went through that. When it comes to mental health, what are some of the struggles that you would see, whether personally or just what you see out in the space?
Okay, let me see. I could talk probably from personally. Mental health. I think I know one of the topics that we wanted to talk about is that whole work-life balance, but I think balance on a whole, like trying to do everything that life has to offer, that could really affect your mental health, because sometimes you feel out of control. Sometimes you feel like you're not doing enough. Sometimes you feel like you're overwhelmed. So for me, that's one of my problems. I tend to feel overwhelmed real quick, even if it's just because I feel like I should be doing so much more. So for me, that's one of the struggles that I have with mental health, which is just trying to balance life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, It's really about balance. Because naturally, I'm a workaholic. So I would spend all day at the office,
Yeah.
and I go home. Something else needs to be done. I'm not finished working yet, and so I go up till late.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I work.
Before work.
Yeah, before work. And this was before I actually, kind of crafted my life in such a way where I do a little bit of everything.
Okay.
So now I do work.
Okay.
I go home. That's me time. So when I
Right.
walk through my doors,
Yeah.
nothing else matters but me.
That's good.
I'm a dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do activities with him, walk him and all of them things, and then I just lay down and
What's
chill.
your dog name, by the way?
Louis. He has one
Louis.
eye.
What do you mean one eye? Like
Yeah.
one eye on Louis or one eye on his...
One eye on his actual face.
For real?
And one eye in his name as well. But
Okay.
But yeah, he lost an eye when he was younger. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that for me is part of what I do.
Yeah.
And then I know, as I said, I have the gym
Right,
aspect.
right.
I also know, let me turn to everybody, I also know, have a therapist that I see, that I talk to.
That's
Because a
great.
lot of people, again, I think it's a Caribbean thing. Going to therapy is kind of taboo. Nobody.
the
Or you're mad.
stigmas,
You're
yeah.
mad. If you go to a therapy, you're mad and all
Correct.
those things. And I want
All
to tell
of
people.
us in our own right, hello.
Cuckoo.
Yeah.
But which is why it's important for us to have a therapist so they
Correct.
can help us talk through some of that cuckoo madness. Yeah.
No, it's true, guys. Nothing is wrong with seeing a therapist. If it's one takeaway you get from this entire episode, nothing is wrong with seeing a therapist.
Correct. So I do that, and then I find time to do activities with friends and family.
Okay, nice.
To balance it all, and I think for the past number of years, that's what I have been doing, and I have been sane. I have been healthier. As a matter of fact, there's a time when, and I want to pull it back. I'm going to draw a reference to work. And big up the office because they really have the Healthy Lives program.
Yeah.
And so when they did the Healthy Lives program one year, we did an activity called Know Your Numbers, so where all the doctors came and professionals came in.
I remember that.
To test the entire staff.
Yeah.
Now me going there with myself saying, yeah man, whatever, I'm healthy, I'm good.
Yeah.
Whatever. Went in there, everything in negative. Or everything in red. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
Everything in red. My overweight, cholesterol high,
True.
BMI too much, blood pressure high, like everything. And I was just like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And so I think it was at that point I said, wow, I really need to take my life into better control because I thought I was healthy. Literally thought
And
I was
that's the thing I'm
healthy.
going to ask you, like, did you feel as though,
Yeah, I was just going, operating, and I thought I was the most efficient person in the world at that point. So when that happened, it was like a reality check for me, and then I had to be like, okay, Garfene, you have to check yourself. And so I literally checked myself, went to the doctor, and I said, okay, I get these results, but I know they're wrong.
Right.
So can we just
Do it
do all
over.
listen, again, everything come back in red, and I was like,
Serious.
wow, I need to find a way to change.
Yeah.
And so thankfully, because of that program that the office has, which I'm not sure a lot of entities might not have that, but that was a really good program that we have at the office. Outside of that, it have some other tenets of it, so which is good. That helped me to put my life into better perspective, and so I was able to go to do the necessary things to be better. So I, started exercising, started to eating better, taking note of what I ate and in the quantities that I ate it,
Of course,
and how
portion control.
frequently I ate, because that was also a problem for me. 1 time a day, 2 times a day, and I'm good. Barely slept, 'cause as I say, up late, early. And so I started to do all of those things in moderation, and now I think I'm healthy and thriving. As I say, I feel better.
That's good.
I lift heavy in the gym too, which is a good thing,
Look at you.
And so for me, to bring it back, it was just to make a point that the workplace has a lot to do with it as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And sometimes it's for us we're not always going to be able to recognize that the workplace is having an adverse effect on us.
Yeah.
But kudos to those workplaces that actually have programs in place.
Those that care. The workplaces are
Correct,
key.
correct. That can help the co-workers,
Yeah.
the workers
Yeah.
to live better lives.
Yeah.
I don't know what the experience was like for you when you did yours.
Let me see. When I did mine, I don't think everything was in red, but I know for sure my cholesterol was also. But I know it's a struggle that I have. Convenience. So
Yeah.
I just pick up a piece of chicken on the way home. So I know. So my cholesterol was a little shaky too.
Yeah.
And it did put things in perspective, because like you, similarly to you, I felt okay. Like I was like, okay, you're slim, so nothing could be wrong, right? That was my thing. And for me, it kind of emphasized, people always say, know your numbers. And it's a phrase that is used very flippantly sometimes. But it's so important, because a lot of times we may not feel ill. We may not look ill. But it's not that we ill, but we are not the best versions of ourselves. Like there are so many things that could be done to better ourselves. I'm going
to stop you. We're going to talk about what you just said a while ago. Because you were slim, you think you're healthy. You know that's a misconception that a lot of us have.
I know. A terrible misconception. And I feel it have a lot to do with cultural too.
It does.
These cultures, right?
It does.
Yeah.
And it really and truly, when you walk around, and some of us who, and I'm not looking at anybody in this room who are part of this podcast, who probably Marga too, thinking that we are, the healthiest of the healthiest. But sometimes we are not, and we sometimes use those judgments as well, and put down someone else who might not be as slim.
No, but that's not me. I don't do that. Because I know you're saying not looking at anybody, and I don't want the viewers to think that you throwing it at me now. So please clarify for our lovely viewers that I'm a very nice person. I would never do that. But I'm just saying, for me.
Listen, I wasn't talking about anyone specifically. I was just throwing it out there because it's something that we do.
It's true.
Yeah?
It's very true.
And sometimes we also have to check ourselves because, we all low-key judge or have a misconception or whatever. Definitely. But I think the difference is the fact that we're able to self-regulate or dial back to say, okay, no. And we have that.
Some sort of introspection where you
correct.
realize.
And we have that self-talk with ourselves to say, no, this might not be because
And that's preservation of mental health too. To admit that you're wrong, to admit that maybe, you got things wrong.
When you say that was what? It's so nice when you say, it's called preservation of
your mental health. That's what I said. Honestly, I just say things sometimes and I forget in 2 seconds, but I think I said.
Hence why I say you're the smart one. Because I never heard that before, but preservation of
your mental health.
That one down.
Yeah. No, I think it's really important that we keep ourselves in check because we don't know everything. And that's also another point I wanted to make too, because as somebody who is within the health industry, right? Like, I'm a public health specialist. A lot of people assume that I have it all together or that, and sometimes I make the joke. It's a joke, but it's kind of serious. Like, do as I say, not as I do. Because like, if you see me buying something that may not be healthy, don't follow me because we are all learning. We all on this health journey together. Nobody is 100% healthy. That's the truth. We all working towards that optimal goal of health.
Well said. I think we're gonna close on that note in that segment because I think again that portion was just to let people know our thoughts on what it is to what I meant to say before I went into that. I actually heard something this morning that I thought was very interesting. When we were setting up to do this, someone said live well. It just sounds so all-encompassing, so peaceful, so calm. And what she said was that when you think about certain key phrases or keywords like exercise, workout, diet, it's like a trigger.
It dawned in.
And that went out in my head. I was like, wow, that is actually true because I don't like hearing them things either. It has I don't want to say it's a negative connotation, but it has an uncomfortable or a set way of doing things that I don't want to do.
And a pressure attached to it as well.
But when you think about live well, you just think about
hashtag goals. Okay.
Hashtag goals. Yeah. I like that. And so I just had to say that to bring it together because I do think that have an exciting journey ahead of us. As we had said, we discussed some of the nice topics that are going to be coming, and some of the amazing guests. We're not going to say who those guests are yet, but we're not going to move into the segment, Sasha, where we told people that we're going to learn about each other a little bit more. So it's a quick game.
All right.
That we are going to, it's what would you do / getting to know you game. By the way, that's my title. I don't know if that's for the game name, but
that's what it is now.
That's what we're going to work with it.
All
right.
Yes.
Cool. So I have a list of things here. I'm going to ask you a question. You have to answer the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay. You just have to answer.
I wish I had a but. No, it's not that kind of game. Like the buzz away.
No. It's just the two of us. It's not a competition. Yeah. If you would have only 3 apps on a smartphone, which would you pick?
Oh, okay. 3 apps. I would choose. The phone is an app? No.
If the phone means the phone.
No, like the actual phone to call. Like.
No, it's an app. That's a feature.
Okay. TikTok. Let me tell you why. That preservation of mental health, TikTok does that for me. I would stay always laughing on TikTok. TikTok, number 1.
Yes, so I tell her you're a Gen Z, you know.
No,
you're a Gen Z.
I'm a millennial, right? Definitely, I would say Instagram, and you know why? Because Instagram for me is a memory keeper, like a keepsake. It's like the equivalent of a photo album for those. I'm back in the days.
So what happened to Facebook? Facebook can be one of those throwback too.
I guess, but Facebook more business now. Like I get the feeling like, you know, Facebook is where I want to post my serious things.
Oh, I thought you were going to say for old people, because I was going to say that.
No, not at all.
Disrespectful.
Of course, no, I'm not an ageist.
Oh, okay. okay.
Yeah, no. So right. So TikTok, Instagram, and I feel like there's a timer. The third app will be, it can't be something social. I already have 2 social. Notes is an app.
Notes is an app.
Yeah, I need to remember stuff. I need to write down things. Notes is a very convenient app.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Go. Your turn.
So my turn now to ask you a question. Okay, let me see.
Jesus.
If you were the only human left on Earth, what would you do?
If I was the only human left on Earth?
Who come up with these questions?
First of all, okay, I like being alone.
Okay.
But for how long? How long are we left on Earth?
No, forever. Like, everybody else gone. The apocalypse, the zombie apocalypse, come on. Everybody gone. You alone. You were hiding, and you are the lone survivor.
Trust me, I would not hide that well. I would not hide that. I'm not going to hide alone either. I'm not selfish. I wouldn't hide alone. I would make sure somebody's with me. So if we die, we'll die together.
Okay, fair. I mean, I was going to say fair, but that's not fair. Okay. But something happened, and you are just the last person on Earth. I don't know what it is, but something happened.
What would I do?
What would you do?
I'm going to walk and try to find food.
Okay.
I am a foodie, so I would walk and try to find food.
Okay. What would be the meal we're looking for? I know this is a probing question. You
keep going deeper and deeper.
Like, what kind of food?
Depends on what part of the world I am. So if I'm in Jamaica, I'm going to look for stew peas, you know, some... no, at that point, I'm still not going to be able to afford oxtail, so not oxtail. I don't know.
If you're in Trinidad?
In Trinidad? Boy, man shall not live by doubles alone, so it's not doubles. Maybe some roti and some curry. Yeah, man.
Roti? Okay.
Yeah, man.
All right. Okay.
So I thought I'll be walking and living food, but that's if I'm in Jamaica. If I'm in like the US, I don't even want to be in the US.
Yeah, no.
If I'm in like Japan or so, man, sushi any day.
Sushi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thai food any day. Yeah.
Drunken noodles?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
That's it. But I was looking food. Honestly, I was looking food. Because that's how I'm going to survive.
So, guys, Garfene will survive as the last man standing. He will.
Depends on how much I eat, though. I might be. But no. But all that walking is exercise.
You're right. It's a balance.
There
Look
we
at you
go.
living your best life as the last person on Earth.
All right. Cooler, man. Okay. If you could, no. Do you have a hidden talent?
A hidden talent?
Yeah. If so, what is it?
No, but what I mean, like, is it a talent that nobody knows about?
Yeah. Or you barely talk about?
What did I barely talk about?
Can you sing? Are you the next Riri out of TT? No.
No. I mean...
We know you can't dance.
No, yeah, we can't dance. Guys, last night I went to salsa. I did not salsa. Let's just say that. Okay, let me see. A hidden talent. It's not very hidden. I mean, I play violin. You knew that?
No, I actually didn't.
For real, yeah. I started to play when I was... Wait, I don't want to disclose my age, so how am I going to say this? And I'm going to say how many? No, okay, yeah. When I was 6. X number of years ago.
Okay.
yeah. I used to play violin.
And you still play now?
I play ever so often. I dabble.
So we should make it set the mood for the podcast next
guys,
one.
look out for the Live Well theme song by yours truly.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Let me see. No, I don't want to ask that one.
I feel like you're trying to set me up.
Yeah, no, I want to get a hard one. Okay. If you had to pick one age to be permanently, which age would you choose?
25. Easy. No, 24. 24. 25,
Why?
25 is actually when I started putting on weight. Like life catch up with me when I reach 25.
That
True.
cannot be a reason.
What do you mean?
That's your reason?
Yes. I think at 24 I was good. I was nice
Hot
and
boy summer every day. Okay.
I was making out with money.
Okay.
But I was making enough. Like I wasn't like poor.
Right. You should say.
But I could live.
Okay.
I never had to watch my weight. I was like good. I was like eat anything,
Right,
do
okay.
anything,
So
throw on
24.
clothes. And now 24.
Okay.
Right before
Yeah.
25 and everything just.
I thought you was going to say a lower number, to be honest.
Why? No.
Yeah.
I looked like a hungry boy when I was younger.
This is what you basing it on. I think you're going to say, when I had no responsibilities, when you know.
No. I like some of my responsibilities. Like
Okay.
some of them I don't like. Like
Yeah.
it getting too much now. But no. I like my responsibilities.
You do.
It makes me a well-rounded individual.
I love that for you.
Listen, man.
Yes.
Well, no, I don't want to shirk my responsibilities at all.
Okay.
But
Okay.
boy, I did maga.
Okay, so 24. Okay.
Right before 25.
All right.
All right.
Yes.
Me to you now. This is too easy. What's the top destination on your must-visit list?
Must visit. I think.
Remember, we're telling our business to everybody now.
Yeah, boy. So if I tell them this, I might get a ticket. They might say, "Let me bless her." Okay, let me think quick. Hold on. I think maybe one of my top Caribbean destinations, I would say, is Aruba. I really want to go to Aruba. I saw some videos where they have the flamingo on the beach, and I think you can swim with pigs. And I told my mom, and she's like, "Why would you want to swim with pigs?" But I feel like it's just for the experience.
That's a good question. I had in my head, but I didn't want to sound judgy. But your mother,
Yeah.
rate your mother.
No,
Why would
but
you want to swim with pigs?
the water looks so clear. The pigs look so cute.
There's some muddy pigs down there now. Can
No.
you find them? Mud water?
No,
It's something to say.
Aruban pigs.
Aruba. So the Jamaican pigs and the Trini pigs.
I never see that on TikTok. yeah. So I think Aruba is the Caribbean, and I don't know where else. So yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right.
And let me see. Oh, this is a good one. So we're talking about places to visit, right? What fictional place would you most like to visit?
Hogwarts. Easy.
For real?
What do you mean? Yes.
Okay.
Hogwarts. Yeah.
You want to have the magical powers that come with being... I've never read a Harry Potter book or watched a Harry Potter movie. So I know Hogwarts is Harry Potter, but...
You need to just stop talking.
You're going to kick me off the
What
podcast?
do you mean you never watched Harry Potter?
Well, guys,
Read
it's
the
my
book?
last episode here on the Live Well podcast.
You sitting on TikTok and you don't know about Harry Potter?
Yes.
No.
Okay,
You're not an intellectual then.
Wow.
Harry-
Why Hogwarts though?
For me, it's an escape from my current reality.
Okay.
It's where I can make anything happen. I can come alive, and I have a great sense of camaraderie because the friendships that were listen, everybody was dead for protect Harry. Like, I would love to have those kind of friendships where people are dying to protect me.
They die to protect him? Harry big in the dance.
Indeed. That's why I need to read the book.
Okay,
But yeah, so it's more than just a fictional world with magic and stuff. It's the bonds of family and friendship that are forged in there. It's also how you see where people grapple with power and what that how that
so much things in this book, in these books. Wow.
Listen, but the thing about it, a lot of people read it on the surface and they think about just the magic and this, but really and truly, it's the underlying or the deeper messages that for me that I picked out of it, and that resonated with me. Which is why I read them from a child coming up, and I still reading them to this day because every time I read them, there's something else that resonates with me. I was like, never know, or perhaps I was too young to really understand the deeper meaning.
Yeah, and you've seen it in different perspectives as you get older. Okay.
Correct.
I read that answer. Okay.
Tell it, man. Tell it. All right. So, last question for me.
Yes.
Oh, no, you must. No, I must ask you.
Yeah.
Last question for me. If you could meet one person, living or dead, real or fictional, and have a conversation with them, who would you meet and what would you talk about?
Oh my gosh. Okay. This is a very hard question because I don't want to sound very superficial in it.
Don't tell me the phone or TikTok.
No.
Oh, okay.
I guess it should be somebody, if I was, to base on my professional life, it would be somebody, in public health and I'd want, no, but that's not my real answer. My real answer is I would love to meet John Legend because...
I'm not dead yet. Oh, no, said living. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, living or dead, right?
Living or dead.
Okay.
Right. So I want to meet John Legend because I love his music, and I would just like to get an understanding as to. I don't really want to have a conversation with him. I just want him to sing.
Oh.
That's I genuinely. That's another mental health preservation for me. Music. Garfene, you're looking like you're judging me. Do you not like John Legend?
You just said, no, I like John Legend. But you just say you want to listen to the music. Yes, can you download it from Apple Music?
No, I'm
not. Or buy an album then.
Oh, but I have that, but live. Nothing could be that live music. You could who's your favorite artist?
Who's my favorite artist? I have a lot.
You see, imagine if one of them stand up right here singing for you. Just for you.
Then we could buy a concert ticket. Anyway, that's...
Guys, that would make me want to change my answer. I don't want to meet anybody, right? It will be some family member then that pass, and I'll just want them to come back. So my grandpa.
Oh, okay.
I'll talk with him because I feel like he would be real interested in knowing life now, where I'm at. So it would be him for sure.
I prefer that answer more John Legend.
Yeah, no, that's my serious answer. The John Legend had a JK after it, but John, if you're seeing this, I wasn't joking.
JK as in JK Rowling?
No, JK as in just kidding.
Oh, you are a Gen Z.
Keep up
you are. Did you know what that meant? JK. Wow.
Okay, your last question now.
It's podcast. I'm gonna have a time. It's gonna be a time. Okay, go.
Okay, so if you could trade places with anyone for one day, who would you choose?
Trade places with anyone for one day?
Yes.
If I could trade places with anyone for one day.
Alexa, play Usher Trading Places.
Trading places. Okay, if I could, honestly, boy, this sounds a lot of people,
So many people you want to trade with?
I could trade with,
but
there are different reasons why.
Okay.
However, I am going to say, and it's probably the most obvious answer for a lot of people, but I'll trade places with my best friend.
Okay.
Reason why? I think she accomplishes a lot. Sometimes I don't understand how. She gives absolutely fantastic advice to not only me but just to John public.
Okay.
She's like me in terms she's very introverted, but she has
Wait, pause. When you said like you,
Are
and
we
then you
gonna do
said
this?
introverted
Are we
right
gonna
after,
Are we really gonna do this?
do you mean that you are introverted?
I am, but a lot of people don't see that side of me, which is fine, because what you see on social media is, But no, it's within context.
Okay.
So yes, I'm an introverted person, but I
Okay.
have an extroverted tendencies, but I have to recharge sometimes. So I'm what they call an ambivert.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, just put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yeah, no, I will.
So I would trade places with her simply because of some of those reasons and the
Okay.
fact that I just think she is one of the greatest human beings on this earth. Yeah, she.
Yeah.
I don't know. She just have a good heart. I've never seen, even when she down and out and when she tired, and she
You have
always
tears
shows
in
up.
your eyes?
Huh?
You could zoom up on Garfene eyes. I think they're tears.
Listen.
No,
I'm
but
holding
I
it.
love,
No, man.
Yeah,
But
no, I love that.
honestly, I think she was the
Yeah.
most genuine, down-to-earth persons in this world, and I just would love to see sometimes. And she's smart. Like, she's really, really smart.
She's the whole package. That's
Yeah,
what it
man.
sounds like
yeah,
to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tell you, just on the podcast, realize I say you're the brains, I'm the face. In that relationship, is the same way. I'm the
Serious?
face, she's the brains. Yeah, man. Because I learn so much from her every day.
Okay.
Sometimes she doesn't even
Realize.
understand or realize how
True.
much. I just want to know how she do it. Does she store all that information? And when she
Yeah.
reel off the Spanish, listen. Yeah.
All right.
So the cheese
That's
what
who
we
you
trade
would.
places
Okay.
with.
I love that.
There are others, more. Like I would love to
But
trade
you don't
places
love
with
them
people
as
with
much.
some money. Like I would do some more millions on my account.
Yeah. And just for one day and make the transfer. And then the next
That's right.
we are in no way proposing scamming or theft or
That chopper
fraud.
life is not for us or any of our viewers. So
No.
please, if you don't get that from that message a while ago, you were listening with the wrong ear.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it pretty much for us.
So guys, that brings us to the end of episode 1 of season 1 of the Live Well podcast. I don't know if we mentioned before, Garfene, but this podcast is actually hosted by Nestlé Caribbean. Live Well is the nutrition, health and wellness brand of Nestlé Caribbean. So we encourage you to stay connected, get connected and stay connected with us via social media pages. We have Instagram, Facebook,
YouTube, where the people watching.
YouTube, Twitter. I said Facebook.
Yes, you did.
Okay,
Although it is
right.
Facebook in your answer earlier, but nobody's judging you. Anyway, go.
No judgment. Right, and also our corporate website. Everything is Nestlé Caribbean. That's Nestle Caribbean. We encourage you. We have riveting topics, amazing presenters. Not presenters, guests. Presenters makes it seem very formal, but it's going to be great conversation. And yeah, we encourage you to stay with us for this entire Live Well journey as we work with you, as we. What am I even trying to say? I'm trying to say we all trying to become the best versions of ourselves.
That's right.
We doing it, you doing it, we doing it together. So yeah, guys.
Yeah, so thank you so much for coming along the journey with us. I know this, as I said, this is something new that we're trying to meet our consumers in different places and engage in thought-provoking discussions that we all have with our friends in the living room, at work, at the workplace.
Yeah.
And we just thought we're going to bring it to you in a very different light. And so I think episode 1 was good. We had some great discussions.
I think so.
I know episode 2 is going to be even better, and we have some really riveting discussions with some panelists that we have.
Yeah.
So excited for that.
Yes.
So I want to thank you all again for joining
Thank
us.
you.
And just remember, this is Live Well. Enjoy the journey. Get well, be well, live
Live
well
well.
until episode 2.
Bye.